Satnam and Namaste. Thank you for joining me here this evening. If you're new here, welcome. I would love to share a divination from Judy Hall's Wisdom Healing Oracle deck and the card that I've just drawn for us to focus on today for the rest of the week or however you so desire. And it was number 13, Lapis Lazuli. And her deck for this particular oracle book and the whole oracle set is by different categories. And this particular category that Lapis Lazuli falls under, which I also agree with in my own personal opinions, is healing. And number 13, Lapis Lazuli, is our card to focus on, if you so desire. Lapis Lazuli, Heavenly Wisdom. Lapis Lazuli wards off calamities of all kinds and was one of the most auspicious stones in the ancient world. For self-understanding, you are an immortal soul who has profound connection with the heavens. Your purpose is noble. You yearn for spiritual attunement, but may be hampered by outmoded viewpoints. Take charge of your life. Looking into the past puts your present experience into perspective. You are a lineage breaker. Make the effort to trace family history for deeper insight. For the divination, there is spiritual dis-ease. Work with dreams and journey inward to find deeper insights. Flashes of intuition show that way. Open your heart and your third eye. Help comes from on high. Enlightenment is within your grasp. Enhanced perception shows what operates beneath. Study or search is needed. Yours is the gift of true friendship. Protect yourself. The healing insight? Attuning to your divine nature enhances your well-being. This frequency of this particular stone is high. The chakras that it affects are your throat, third eye, and your crown chakra. The timing would be for Sagittarius, and the soul path is divine reconnection. And that is wisdom from Judy Hall, Lapis Lazuli. And I would love to add a couple bits of my favorite metaphysical properties personally for Lapis Lazuli. I do agree that it is an amazing stone for dreaming, especially to kind of arrange and organize creative projects, or when you're really seeking to make connections with certain things that you're seeking. And by connections, I mean how things fall into place and work with one another, or not as like necessarily like human beings one another, but just how things really fall into place together. So that is a really fantastic stone to sleep. Either if you don't like, I personally like sleeping with stones. I cuddle my stones or like have them under my pillow where my hands can cup them, or if I don't want them to shift around or if they're fragile, I'll put them inside my pillowcase, and if they're incredibly pointy or fragile, I sometimes put them in satchels inside my pillowcase. So those are just a few things that I do, but you could do whatever works for you, and it really is a magical stone to sleep with, especially if you're trying to dream journal. It helps recall. A little off topic, but scolecite is one of my most incredible stones to sleep with, and the two of them together work incredibly well, especially for recall. And I really love that it consists of total awareness, like intellectually, spiritually, creativeness, and with our consciousness. So utilizing Lapis Lazuli is really powerful, and it's kind of exciting, and it's a beautiful stone. I love when it has pyrite in it. It really does look like a starry sky. This is pyrite. Looks kind of like, it's false gold. Call it what you will, but it's beautiful. It looks like little stars. So sometimes, depending on the region where it comes from, it'll have pyrite in it. Sometimes it's pure blue. I think it's gorgeous either way, but I really do love when it does have pyrite inclusions because I think it's beautiful. And I think the largest, not I think, the largest piece of lapis lazuli that I know of that I have ever seen physically is in Virginia Beach in Edgar Cayce's Association for Research and Enlightenment, their ARE center. It's magnificent. Somebody donated it, or that's what I was told when I was there. Somebody donated it. And I mean, this thing is massive. So if you want to kind of play with a large energy of it, if you can't get a stone yourself and have time to visit Virginia Beach, or if something ever brings you there, it's a magnificent stone. It's in one of the upstairs rooms near the library, and it's incredibly large and fabulous. And I just sat and awed it and just like played with it for a little while. Its energies were incredibly, like, really strong because it was so large. But I do suggest kind of playing with it with your dream state and sleeping and having it by your bedside or under your pillow. And I think one of my favorite stories that is coincided with lapis lazuli is it said that King Solomon had a ring that was lapis lazuli, and it helped him take charge and control legions of demons to build his temples, which to me just screams of all sorts of misunderstood technology. So it was also, it is considered one of the stones in the high priest's breastplates. But lapis lazuli really is a powerful stone. What stone isn't a powerful stone? But I just personally resonate with lapis lazuli. I love its ties to ancient Egypt and a lot of the ancient cultures. So I hope that you find time to play with this stone, and if you have time to visit Virginia, it's the largest I've ever seen personally, and it really is a great stone to attune to yourself. And it's, I think the point that I liked that she made with lineage is it really does help kind of connect dots if your intention is to understand different lineages. And I do agree that the best way to do that with lapis lazuli is through dream state. So I send you in most unconditional love and my highest vibrations of light, and I hope you have a fabulous rest of your week. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Be well.